Hi everyone, and welcome to the Disney Princess Book Club. I'm Sage.
I'm Mia.
And I'm Malia.
And welcome to our book club meeting today. So, I thought it'd be fun to read a story from the 5-Minute Princess Stories book. What story should we read?
I think we should read The Dragon Boat Race.
I love that one. What do you think, Mia?
Yes.
All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah!
Let's jump right in. The Dragon Boat Race. The Duanwu Festival was quickly approaching. The celebration took place in China every spring on the 5th day of the 5th lunar month. Mulan's favorite part was the Dragon Boat Race. Each spring, Mulan watched the boats from other villages race down the river. This year, Mulan wanted to do more than watch. Our village should enter the race, Mulan told her family. Her father agreed this would bring honor to their village, but her mother was worried. The village had never taken part before. Would they know what to do? Grandma Fa reminded them that Mulan had once never traveled beyond their village. There's a first time for everything. Mulan announced her idea to the village. The villagers were hesitant, but excited to try something new. Mulan explained that they would learn, just as the teams from the other villages had learned. There's a first time for everything, she said. Outside the Temple of the Ancestors, Mulan asked Mushu to help choose what colors to paint the boat. It should look like me, of course, Mushu said. Together, Mulan and her teammates painted the boat to match Mushu's fiery red scales and orange belly. Mushu admired their handiwork. It does sort of look like me, Mushu said, if not quite as handsome. Practice began the next day. Mushu volunteered to be the drummer. I've had a lot of practice from banging a gong all these years. Mulan showed Mushu how to keep a steady rhythm for the team to follow. She clapped her hands. 1, 2, 3. Mushu thumped the drum. The villagers arced their paddles through the air to the beat. Soon, they were paddling in unison. Mulan joined the team. As the sweep, it was her job to steer with a long oar. They pushed out into the water. At first, the boat zigged and zagged, but then the villagers heard Mushu's steady wham, wham, wham. They followed the beat and glided through the water. Finally, it was the day of the race. Mulan and her team lined up their boat with the others, excited and eager for the race. When the race began, the dragon boats zoomed off. Each drummer pounded out a different rhythm. As the other boats whizzed past, Mulan's team struggled to hear Mushu's steady beat. Mulan tried to steer as the waves from the other teams slapped against the sides of their boat. She clutched her oar fearfully as the boat tipped this way and that. The drum bounced off of Mushu's hands and into the water. He reached out to grab it and fell in. Splash! Mulan helped her teammates fish Mushu out of the river. He raced back to his spot, but the team didn't notice their boat heading for the reeds. They crashed. The villagers slumped in their seats. How could they finish the race now? We can't give up, Mulan told her team. She knew quitting would not bring honor to the village. They'd lost their drum, but they still had their paddles, their boat, and their team. It's true we've never paddled without a drum, Mulan said, but there's a first time for everything. And there's one thing we can do that isn't a first. Work together. Mulan reminded the villagers that together they built and painted a dragon boat. Together, they'd trained for the race. Together, we can get to the finish line, she cheered. And I can still give you a steady beat, Mushu said. He clapped his hands. The villagers smiled and lined up their paddles, ready to row. Together, Mulan and her teammates steered the boat back onto the river. The villagers pushed their paddles through the water to Mushu's beat, again and again, until they reached the finish line. The crowd on shore greeted Mulan's team with cheers. Although they were the last dragon boat to arrive, They were the first to complete the race without a drum. That night, Mulan, her teammates, and the rest of the village found another thing that they can do together. Celebrate. The end.
That was awesome. What was your favorite thing, Mia?
Mulan trying to steer the boat for her team.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool how even after the drum fell into the water and they got steered into the reeds, they still persevered and they still got to that finish line. Have you guys ever tried something that you've never done before?
I had tried roller skating for the first time, and I was super nervous. I fell a couple times, but then I finally got the hang of it, and now I'm happy I'm able to do it. It was a lot of fun.
And one time I was with my friends and we were gonna go on this roller coaster, and I was super scared and went upside down, and I'd never done anything like that before. It was so much fun, and after I was so proud of myself for doing it, and now I'm definitely gonna go back and keep doing the roller coaster, and so I think that was really cool. What did you guys learn from the story when Mulan's boat crashed into the reeds?
Even though they had crashed into the reeds, she told her team, like, let's keep on going, we got this. We can do it. And then even though they were last, they still did it, and it was without the drum. That was the first person to do it without a drum.
Yes, but they're the last ones, and that's okay to lose or win no matter what. You never give up.
Yeah, because it's really important what you learn from it, and they learned that they could do it, and I'm sure next year they're gonna do it again and go strong and for years after, and it can be a really fun tradition. That's why it's so important just to try new things, even though it can be scary. Thank you so much for reading along with us at our book club meeting today.
Until next time.
Bibbidi bobbidi bye!